I'm Cameron, and this is hopefully my first video on the channel, Hyzer Flip Disc Golf. I've gotten out and tried to film a couple of times and been stopped by rain and whatever, but forecast looks clear for the next couple of minutes, so hopefully we'll be able to get in this round here. I'm at Upperman Middle School right now. This is one of the couple of courses we've got around Cookeville, a little 9-hole putter course. The longest hole out here is only 212 feet. So it should be a lot of fun. Just a little putter practice round. What I'm going to do is see how many mulligans it'll take me to shoot 9 under here. Should be a fun video. I like coming out here to really work on my putter shots. Like I said, 212 is the longest hole, so it's good practice for me. I struggle sometimes with the angle control on my up shots and end up throwing these little anhyzer shots when I'm trying to just throw something flat, or too hyzery when I'm trying to throw flat. So it'll be good work for me. You're going to see a lot of proxies, a lot of envies, and a lot of just got a hydrogen from Loaf Discs. They did a Kickstarter campaign. So it should be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, here we are, hole 1. 178 feet. Basket down there. Let's see what we can do. Nice. Okay, so pretty good shot there with the envy. I anticipate most of my mulligans being on the putting here. With it being a short course, I can pretty much count on most of my drives at least getting inside the circle. And if I'm inside 30 feet or so, I'm pretty comfortable with making the putt. So we should start off hole 1 with a birdie here. Parked it pretty good. Hopefully we get a couple of ace runs out here too. I counted myself to get these close. So 1 under. Alright, hole 2 is 159 feet. I think I might go a little hydrogen off the tee. Missed my line a bit, but that should putt. Alright, got about 25 feet for the bird. Oh, using the first mulligan. Missed high and right. Overcorrected, we're using another one. Yikes. Oh, same miss. That's 4. 4 was my goal. Well, I guess that's just my 3rd mulligan now, but 4 was the goal for the entire round. Finally. Alright, so rough hole there on hole 2. Had to use 3 mulligans to get it in. We're 2 under. You know, we're going to be as many under par as holes we play. That's the goal anyways. Like I said, I wanted to use 4 mulligans the whole round. Looks like we're probably going to need a little bit more than that. We're on the longest hole now, hole 3. It's 212 feet. Those putts I missed are tough. You think maybe on a better basket they might have gone in, but you can't really worry about that. Alright, like I said, hole 3 is 212. You can see the basket back there. You go with the proxy off the tee. Oh, that's parked. Three down. All right, hole 4, a little chip shot here. You can kind of see the basket. in behind the tree right there. Only I think 98 feet on this one. See if we can park it. Hit the guardian tree. I think I can make that putt though. We're gonna go up to it and try to do this one without a mully. All right, this is actually a really tough putt. Got about a 30 footer with a tree in between me and the basket. Maybe should have used the mulligan off the tee, but I think I can hit this one. It'll be close. Missed it left. Mulligan number 4 coming up. Oh, I like the angle. Here's number 5. Not enough hyzer. Whew. All right, mulligans are climbing. Here's number 7. Man, going back to the straddle. 8th mulligan. Just gonna bring the stack. There we go. That was pretty pure. 8 mullies, 4 holes. Whew, this is tougher than I thought. The trek from hole 4 to hole 5, and feeling okay about the round so far. 8 mulligans to get to 4 under. Hopefully we get an ace or 2 in here. Never hit an ace before, so that would be really something if I got one on camera right now. But you know, I think just being a little smarter on hole 4 right there and re-teeing. It's a 98-foot hole, I think. And I hit the tree right in front of the basket. It looked pretty acy until it started fading and hit that tree. But you know, I take the mulligan off the tee there. And you know, maybe I'm only taking 1 mulligan on that hole instead of 4. I've parked that one quite a few times. Hole 5 is actually one of the tougher holes out here. You've got a pretty low ceiling. Slight tunnel shot, honestly. There's only really 2 trees, but you gotta hit the line. You gotta hit the gap. It's a tough hole. I don't birdie this one too often, honestly. But hopefully we'll get back in the no mulligan train here. Let's check it out. Alright, so here's a look at hole 5. You can see the tunnel I'm talking about. You gotta put it all the way through up there to the chains. Alright, 163 feet. Let's get all of it. I'll take that. Ooh, that was close. Maybe a little bit of luck, but it fell, so. All right, hole 6 is another pretty interesting one. One of the longer ones, honestly. At 200 feet, second longest on the course. Can't really see the basket from here. Oh, you can see the base of it there. Just up the hill. Kind of got some trees in the way. I like usually throwing it over the top. See. I feel like that's about a 30 footer. I'm gonna take a mulligan here, hopefully close that off. Oh yeah, I think that's way closer. Yeah, so here you have it, went from about a 30 footer to about a 10, 15 footer, so I think a good mulligan there. 6 under. All right, hole 7 here. Pretty straightforward. About 140 feet. I think I'm gonna go envy here and just let it fade up there. Oh, go in. Whew. Man, I gave that a run. Hopefully that's close, jeez. Pretty good ace run there on 7. Left about 10 feet, should be a very easy birdie. Center chains, baby. All right, just a couple of comments about the course here as we get close to the end. Walking over to hole 8 right now. 172 feet, hole 9's 170. I think it's really cool that there's a course out here on the school grounds. I'm assuming they use it for PE classes and everything, which is great for the game, growing the game in the school systems. I think that's really cool. And it's also just a fun course, like I said, to come practice, throw your putters around, really work on your game. It's awesome for just another course in this area. This is in Baxter, Tennessee, which is really close to Cookeville. We've got a couple of 9-hole courses around, one at Tech, Tennessee Tech University. There's one at Cane Creek Park, an 18-holer, and a 9-hole at Church on the Hill up towards Allgood. But it's just cool to have a decent variety of courses in this kind of small area as we wrap up this video. It's cool if you're ever out here and have a chance to go play a little putt around. I recommend it. It's a fun course. All right, hole 8. Here we go. That is a definite mulligan. Very weird release, sent it straight into the ground. Hammer. And that is OB long. 2 mulligans off the tee here. All right, so after mulligans 9 and 10, we find ourselves on the very edge of inbounds. Well, I didn't mention this earlier, but all the concrete out here places out of bounds. So some of these holes require a lot of precision in order to stick them in bounds. Took me a couple tries here, but we got a putt. Hopefully we can knock this down and keep the mulligans at 11. Putt on 8 right there. Missed it a little bit low and left. Didn't go through my full routine, so made the putt a little bit wary there, but it still fell. So I think that keeps us at 11 mulligans. You know, I could be completely wrong. Might be editing the correct number in the entire time there in this video. Kind of lost track once I missed that drive right there. I kind of forgot where I was at. It was just frustrating to have the first one go hit the line that I really wanted to hit, and then a few feet long, so I skipped off the concrete and went pretty far long. But here we are, hole 9, 170 feet, ace run hole to the max. Super cool the way they use just this track in front of the school. Concrete is out of bounds both sides, so it's just a really fun hole to just try and throw an ace in here. Straight shot, see what happens. Left it wide, but I think that's good distance. I think I can make that putt in one go. All right, the drive there was as pin high gets. See if we can snag a birdie, keep it at 11 mollies here. Missed the second one, but the first one went in. So there it is, 9 under par. Well, there you have it, guys. 9 under, 11 mulligans. Might have to correct myself in the old post-production, but that was fun. It was a lot tougher than I thought it was. I wasn't expecting to feel so much pressure whenever I used a mulligan to only use one, especially when I was putting there on hole 4 when I had to use several mulligans on hole 4. And it wasn't what I was expecting at all. I was expecting, each putt to kind of be free, especially those 25 footers that I didn't take a mulligan on. It was like, let me go ahead and try to make this putt. I wasn't expecting to have pressure, but there was almost more pressure than a normal round, because it's like if I'm not working for a score really. I'm trying to shoot 9 under, but I'm not necessarily working to shoot 9 under because I know my score at the round is going to be 9 under regardless of what happens. Because I'm taking mulligans, I'm trying to not take mulligans. So each putt felt really difficult because of that. Not because I'm trying to push and get birdies, but because I didn't want to take another shot at it. I wanted to just take one shot at everything. So there's a different mental pressure than I'm used to, but it was fun. It was a good round. Like I said, harder than I thought it would be. If you're watching this, I think you should really go out and try to find a course like this, a shorter course where you can get all 9 holes, and see how many mulligans it takes to get it. If you're in this area, go play it. See if you can beat me. I'm sure a lot of you guys can. I'm not great at this game. I just have a whole lot of fun playing it, and I'm glad I was able to come out here and make this video. Hope you enjoy it. Hey everybody, back to the apartment now. Haven't had a chance to look over the footage yet. About to do that soon, but I wanted to just share a thought real quick at the end of the video. When I made this channel, I had 2 real goals in mind. One was to have fun, and another was to just do this for the glory of God and be able to share the love of Jesus with whoever watches. And I just wanted to share a real quick thought I had while I was playing. Feel free to skip this, but it would mean a lot to me if you stayed and listened. But basically all I was thinking about while I was playing was, a mulligan and what it means to take a mulligan. It's a second chance. If you mess up your first shot, you get a second chance at it and try to make it better. As I was thinking about this, I couldn't help but think about God, because our God is a God of second chances. If you look at the book of Jonah, there's a lot to discover in this book, but I'm going to keep it real short. Basically, Jonah is a prophet, and he has a close relationship with God, and God tells Jonah, hey, go tell the people of Nineveh to turn away from their actions because they're doing evil things. And Jonah doesn't want to go there because Nineveh does evil things. Nineveh is a place where Gentiles live there, and they're very hostile to the Jewish people. They persecute them. They kill them. Whatever you could think of that they could do that would be bad, they did it. And so Jonah runs away and doesn't listen to God's command. And many people are familiar with the story. He gets swallowed by a great fish and then vomited back up on the dry land. But the thing I want to point out is that God gives Jonah a second chance. Jonah says, no, I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to go preach to the Ninevites. And he runs away. He goes in the opposite direction. As far away as he can. Nineveh was off to the east of where Jonah was, and he decides to go west. Nineveh is east by land. He goes to Tarshish, west by sea. And God doesn't just smite him out of spite, like, oh, you're not going to listen to me? Here you go, you're dead. No, God gives him a second chance. He sends a storm and makes Jonah realize, hey, this is kind of my fault. I did this. Then he gets swallowed by the fish. He's spat out back on the dry land. And then he goes to Nineveh, and he preaches to the Ninevites. And Jonah didn't want to go for obvious reasons. And the story just doesn't end there with God being a God of second chances to Jonah, because he also gives the Ninevites a second chance. Because after Jonah preaches to them, they repent. They put on sackcloth, and there's this weird biblical sort of picture of repentance, but it's there. And instead of this disaster that God has foretold to Jonah, he relents. And he gives the Ninevites a second chance. And I just think that's a powerful message for today's era. We live in an age where cancel culture is this big thing. Like, we find one mistake somebody made 7 years ago, and we think they shouldn't have their job today anymore for it. Whether or not that instance reflects their character nowadays is beyond the point. People are becoming more unwilling to look beyond a single flaw in another person, and I just don't feel like I see that reflected in the character of Jesus and the character of God. And it's an important lesson to remember in our everyday life. One, that we should give second chances to other people because God gives us second chances, but also my camera died right as I was getting to the end of my point there, but so we moved locations and we're now plugged in the wall and filming from a different angle. But what I was saying was, God's a God of second chances, and if you're at a point where maybe you don't have a relationship with God at all, or maybe you used to have one with him, but now you've gotten into something that you're not proud of, or whatever the case may be. You feel distant from God, and you feel like there's no way back to him. But God's a God of second chances. I want you to know that if you're in that spot right now. Like, God is a God of second chances, and he's not going to stop pursuing you. And all we have to do is seek him out and just pursue him, and the Lord is going to give you a second chance. He's not unforgiving. He's a forgiver, God is, and he wants to show you grace and mercy, and all we have to do is run to him and ask for it, and God's going to freely give that to us. And so I just hope that helps you if you're in a spot where you needed to hear that. God is a God of second chances, and he is so good. So if you stuck around to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching me ramble on a little bit here at the end. I hope this blesses you, and I just hope you have a beautiful day. Thanks, guys.